Hello folks, this is Hidden Numismatist back at you again with another video on my channel on this Monday evening with you. The coin that we're featuring today is the New Rochelle early commemorative $1/2 that is one of my favorites because of the sheer beauty of it. I mean, it's so artistic. And it hits you in the face, all in a good way, of course. And I wanted to bring this coin to you and talk to you about the beauty of it, the history of it. And I did cover my early commemorative set, the typeset before with you, but I'm starting to do select pieces in my collection that I really truly enjoy because of their beauty and their historical relevance to our nation. So let's get started on this beautiful New Rochelle early commemorative $1/2 from 1938. The New Rochelle commemorative $1/2 was struck to honor the 250th anniversary of the settling of New Rochelle in Westchester County, New York. It was designed by artist Gertrude Lathrop. The coin depicts a fattened calf on one side, being led by John Pell, who sold the land on which New Rochelle now stands. The other side shows the fleur, an element of the city seal of New Rochelle, and of France's La Rochelle, its eponym. The piece is dated 1938, but was minted the previous year. The New Rochelle piece was the last new design struck by the mint until 1946. Sir John Pell, who is here on this calf, that's so beautiful. I mean, look how detailed that is, right? This is exactly why I'm featuring this coin for you folks today, because the sheer beauty of the design. I mean, Miss Lathrop did a beautiful job here for us. Sir John Pell, born in 1643 and passed away in 1712. He was an English-born American landowner who owned Pelham, New York, as well as land that now includes the eastern Bronx and southern Westchester County in New York. Now, you know I like to include a professional numismatist in giving their opinion and what they state that these coins are, right? So our brother David Hall states that the New Rochelle was a somewhat contrived issue. It was authorized in 1936, struck in 1937, and had a date of 1938. Whatever the intent was, it is a beautiful design and quite popular with collectors today. That is absolutely correct. The original mintage was $25,015, and the issue price was a relatively high $2 a piece. Sure wish we could get them for $2 a piece right now, folks. I'd get them all for $2 a piece. Apparently, New Rochelles were subject to above average care in minting and handling, as nearly all specimens are very high grade. That is correct. And as you can see with my specimen here in my collection, it is an Ankh. The dealer that I bought this from, since it being a rare coin, and I just wanted the nice New Rochelle for my typeset, my early commemorative typeset. This is an uncirculated without any doubt. I mean, that luster just pops, the light shimmers, and you get that, cartwheel, as we apply the word cartwheel to Morgan dollars typically in our hobby. But it is definitely an Ankh, and David Hall is absolutely correct. And all the New Rochelles that I've seen at major coin shows and in dealers' inventory and coin shops are Ankhs, without a doubt. The average grade is about mint state 64 to 66. Superb gem, mint state 67 specimens. They're not really rare. You can find them, but you have to hunt and peck for it. But they are out there, as David Hall states, and I do agree with him. In fact, this issue is scarce in 63 and for all practical purposes unknown in circulated grades. And that's why it's so relatively easy. Like I said, it's easy to find this in unk, and therefore it makes it very affordable because so many of them are uncirculated by definition. So if you're able to get an unk and you see an unk, get the unk for yourself, for your set, my friends. You'll thank me later, because these are beautiful coins in the condition that they are. The technical grade of being an unk, that's what you want. The typical New Rochelle has frosty surfaces and is well struck. Very well true. Minor abrasions are only problem that is usually encountered on these. There are a few specimens that have semi-proof-like surfaces. This is cool, as a cool tidbit, cool fact about this coin. This piece was initially sponsored by the Westchester Coin Club of New Rochelle, but Congress ultimately required the sale of the coins to be handled by the city officials through local banks. That being said, prior to the melting of the unsold New Rochelles, the Westchester Coin Club members were permitted to purchase coins at face value. That is cool. And some members purchased hundreds of examples. That's not too cool. Need to share, man. Don't whore. But then I'm the one that stated earlier that, hey, I would grab them all for $2 a piece if I could back then, right? As with the case with few other commemoratives of this series, the New Rochelle was authorized in 1936 but struck in 1937 and dated 1938, which, again, is what's really peculiar and odd in a way to this series, as we have seen abuse with so many of these coins where they just do, I don't want to say stupid because I love the hobby and I respect all these people involved. It's stupid in the sense that, dated 1938, authorized in 36, struck in 37. That's just what, I wouldn't call it an abuse, but an oddity where if you look back on some of these other coins, where, you don't just have 1 year. I mean, look at this. I mean, the Arkansas was struck from 35 to 39, The Texas is stupid with all these mintages. That should be an unk. That's easy to do. This is ridiculous, okay? So I get what David Hall is saying about some of these coins in this beautiful set is you get abuses and things that are just downright stupid. But I'm using the word stupid in a very non-disrespectful manner, right? Because like I said, I love these coins. I love the people that are involved in them and, of course, are meant for striking them for us so that addicts like me can enjoy these pieces. The New Rochelle 1938 half dollar was one of several early commems that celebrated an event of primarily local significance with the issuance of a coin on a national scale. These coins were conceived and planned by the Westchester County Coin Club of New York. New Rochelle, New York. And that's what's also really cool is it was literally planned by a local coin club. Many of us that live in a decent-sized town have coin clubs, local coin clubs that we're members of. And also, it's good and beneficial to be a member of the American Numismatic Association, Early American Coppers. But that alone being said, the fact that it was conceived and the initialization was done by a local coin club, that's pretty cool. Again, struck in 1938. It's 90% silver. And the mintage on these beautiful coins is 15,266. Initially, Laurel Wise was engaged to prepare the designs. Her first models featured a Native American crouching in the grass and watching a boat carry settlers to the shore on the obverse and the city seal on the reverse. That would be cool. I can jive with that. I would like that coin. That's a neat design. The Commission of Fine Arts rejected the designs, recommending changes which were executed and also rejected. Eventually, Gertrude Lathrop, who had designed the 1936 Albany half-dollar, that is correct, she also did that. We can portray that coin in a different video. She was engaged to prepare new designs for the new Rochelle. Her obverse design would depict John Pell and a fattened calf, which recalls the sale of the original land upon which the city now stands. One of the conditions of the sale was for Pell or his heirs to receive a fattened calf each year on June 24th. The authorizing legislation provided that the coin should be dated 1938, without regard to when the coins were actually minted, and have a maximum mintage of 25,000. The Philadelphia Mint struck all of them in 1937, which were sold through the New Rochelle Commemorative Coin Committee for $2 apiece. Eventually, almost 10,000 pieces were returned to the mint for melting, resulting in a small net distribution of 15,000 plus. I love, especially on the obverse, how John Pell, how he just looks so cool, you know, just the expression on his face, right? And the calf, as if the calf is looking up at him. And the gentleman and the calf are having like a little quick dialogue, little conversation. What a cool coin, man. Again, one of my favorites. It's not my absolute favorite, but of course it's easily in the top 10, if not maybe even the top 5 of the early commem half dollars that are in this beautiful set from our country. So that's the coin that I want to feature with you today, is the New Rochelle. I encourage all of you to get one of these for your early commem set. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy it as much as I do. It's been a few years since I've owned her. As far as market performance is concerned, it's stable. They haven't really dropped in price and in demand, which is a good thing. Relatively stable. The fact that I've had this for many, many years, I did a market test and I showed it to a few independent dealers, and I could easily make money if I wanted to sell this coin. But I'm gonna hold on to it for a while because, like I said, you know, I'm a numismatist and I have a problem, and you know, especially beautiful coins like this, you can't just get rid of it that easily. It's a sweet coin, and I'm blessed and honored to own one. So, well, that's what I got for you today, folks, on this Monday evening. I hope you all had a beautiful, wonderful, blessed Mother's Day, to all the sweet mothers out there. And we all be kind to each other. You take care of each other. And most importantly, may God bless you all. Bye-bye.